I felt that that was about to happen. Well, I'll try to start something positive. Sorry about that.
You know, how we find you is that it isn't where you're sitting. It isn't sitting up close. It isn't about that. It's that when you have a desire, there's a lot of energy moving. And when you have a strong desire, there's especially a lot of energy moving. And if you have desire, we talked about this earlier, if you sort of want something and you have no resistance, you do light up. If you sort of want something and you have a lot of resistance, you don't light up so much. If you really, really want something and you have no resistance, you fill the room with your light. You are undeniable. If you really want something and you really have a lot of resistance, then you light up in an interesting way. You light up in a sort of stressful way. But this is what we want you to hear. Your desire is the dominant factor. And when your desire is strong, the energy is moving really strong around you. And the fact that you're resisting it is not really very important, because you can stop resisting it more easily than you know. So we don't want you to try to be positive, because trying to be positive by offering positive vocabulary makes no difference really. It just makes it confusing for you or for someone listening in, because the universe isn't responding to your words. The universe is responding to your vibration. The universe is responding to how you feel. So we say this by way of wanting to help you settle down a little bit here, and also wanting you to feel glad about the power of your desire, because strong emotion, either positive or negative, means strong desire. And strong desire means a lot of non-physical energy involved, and that's always a good thing. It's kind of like if you pull a rubber band back, well, you're going in opposition to what you want, but when you let go of it, you're going to go far that way. And so it's a little bit like that.
Yeah, things definitely happen.
You don't have to explain what you want or where you are by what's happened. Is it possible to start the conversation from where you are and what you want? Is that possible?
Yeah. Well, I've been very fortunate as far as things going my way. Maybe about 6 months ago, the founder of the company where I work gave me like a $15,000 increase in my salary, which put me $5,000 beyond my personal goal of what I considered to be wow salary. And so I'm living in New York, and I'm able to like live and just do whatever I want, you know? It's incredible. It's
so
just,
far.
Yeah.
Your desires are going to expand beyond your ability to pay, and then another raise will...
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, it's already like that. It's already like that. I can already see like the next apartment, you know, and all kinds of things like this. So yeah, that's true. So some of the discomfort I feel is because I kind of have this dual life experience where things are going well and I'm fortunate, etc. And I also feel like I'm living behind the scenes of what is really meant to happen.
Give us more about that.
Like, I have a really cool job. I like what I'm doing. I like the neighborhood that I work in. But there's like music and art, and it feels like almost. It hurts.
So it feels to you that some aspects of your life are being allowed by you.
Yeah.
And some aspects of your life are not being allowed by you, and the not allowing is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like terribly painful because there's obvious beauty, obvious good stuff, and I feel really happy. And then,
do you think those things are in your vortex too?
which things?
The things that you're feeling uncomfortable about not being able to experience fully right now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it to myself, but yeah, I do feel like it's in my vortex.
But do you think it's a factor of time, not enough time to explore it all?
It does feel that way.
It isn't that way, but it does feel that way.
Yeah.
So, have you been listening to us for a little while?
Yes. Maybe since 2004 or so.
So you've heard us say this, and we're going to say it poignantly to you right now. You could have 5 desires. Stop rolling your eyes out there. We know you've heard this. You could have 5 desires. You could have 3 powerful desires, or 300, but let's say 3 powerful desires. And one of them could be going really well for you, and the other 2 not well at all. And as you focus upon the one that's going well, you would reduce or release all of the resistance on the other 2, and then they would begin flowing too. Because it's not a time factor, it's a engines on the track factor. So when you say, my work is going really well, engine there, and I love it so much, another engine, and I just got a wonderful increase in salary and in appreciation, engine, 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 engine. But then you say, but it's time consuming and I'm therefore deprived of other things that feel important to me, engine, 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 engine. And so you don't let the energy really flow to all the aspects of your life. Now, just by your observation of the one factor that is going well, you can usually keep that one open, because you are like most people, you are trained to observe and therefore respond. So what you're observing that's going well, you keep it more open, but you don't let the other things open because you are in a place of resistance about them. So it seems logical that if you could feel good about the other 2 things in our example that aren't going well, that then they would all begin going well. But that is not the message that we're giving you. We're saying don't think about those 2 that you are feeling stress about, because the very fact that you feel stress, and actually you said it's painful. Pain when you think about them means that the way you're thinking about them is hindering you. It's not just hindering all 3 aspects. It's hindering your alignment to source. It's hindering you being in the receptive mode. It's hindering you getting into that sweet spot. It's hindering you experiencing the thrill of everything opening up. You know how good it feels when somebody recognizes you and they give you a raise and they give you a compliment and you say, yes, yes, yes. Well, those things could be and should be happening in every aspect of your life, and would be if you weren't calling those other aspects out and calling them blocked or time crunched. If we could convince all of you to think about the things that feel good and give the things that don't feel good a rest for a little while, those things that don't feel good would open up for you. They just would, because this is true. It can't be in your vortex without it being in the process of expanding. And it's only your self-conversation or your self-approach to it that's not letting it expand. There is no reason that this dynamic non-physical energy that is unfolding for you and giving you everything that you want, there's no reason for it to bless you in one regard and to not bless you in another. There's no reason for it. So we would like you to hear this. Oh, we're just going to give it to you in such a clear, blunt way. Your resistance is not just about those things you're feeling pain over. Your resistance is across the board, because whatever you're giving your attention to is causing resistance, and so it is sort of putting a damper on everything. That raise could have been so much more if you weren't doing that.
And the one she gave me felt substantial.
Well, we understand that, but what we're getting at, you've got the lid on everything. You've got the lid on everything because you're using what is working as your excuse for what isn't working, and what isn't working opposes what's in your vortex, and that's what the tug of war is about, and you have to just find a way to be happy anyway. That really is our message. And that's hard for people who believe that it is through their effort and focus that things are unfolding. And if we could just convince you, you unfolded it, it's in the vortex, your inner being unfolded it further, law of attraction unfolded it further. It's ready to pop for you, but for some reason you're not letting it pop because you're choosing to use your mind too much to think about how it needs to unfold. It's a little more trust in the vortex, a little more acceptance of your own worthiness, a little less justifying of the good stuff that comes. And you know why we know for sure that that's what you're doing? Because you say, I don't have enough time to let the universe bless me in all regards. It's through my effort and hard work and focus that I'm being blessed. Not true. It's not through your hard work and the time you're putting in on your job that is the reason that you're being blessed. And employers all over the world are not wanting us to say this to you. because they like your nose to the grindstone. They like you thinking that it's through your effort and dedication to the service of what they need that you're being blessed, and they want the rewards that they're giving you to be commensurate with the money that they're giving. In other words, that's the way they want it to stack up. Much of the economy of the world wants you to believe that you do this, we'll give you this, and you do this and we'll give you this, and if you don't do enough, we won't give you enough. But that is not how it works. How it works is life caused you to make a massive vortex, and that massive vortex has become more massive, and the energy that creates worlds is swirling around and queuing you up for things. And it's time for you to stop piddling around with these thoughts that pinch it off and accept your greatness, accept the greatness of the vortex, and just say, bring it on in this way and in this way and in this way and in this way and in this way. Show me in all regards. Show me in every way the power of who I am, the power of what I put there, the blessedness of who I am. And for my part, what am I going to do to deserve it? I'm going to chill. I'm going to love me more, and I'm going to love you more, and I'm going to be easier about things, and I'm going to find less stress, and I'm going to look for more reasons to feel good, and I'm going to be nicer to myself, and I'm going to be nicer to you, and I'm going to be nicer about that thought, and feel better, be nicer, but feel better is what we mean. Feel better. I'm going to feel better. And I'm going to get into that receptive mode, and an idea is going to come to me, and I'm going to follow it as long as it feels good, and I'm going to witness the universal forces as this expands to this and this and this and this and this. I'm going to love what I do. When I focus upon the subjects of art and music that are my passion, they're going to thrill me when I look at them, not pain me because I can't turn enough attention to them. I'm going to take it where it comes. I'm going to take it where it comes.
That's how it happens a lot. You know, I'll make some artwork, and then the people who are hosting at the gallery will be like, your piece is my favorite piece, and then they ask me to make more, and then I feel overwhelmed, and then I'll write songs really fast, and people will be like trying to play them in clubs.
Let your artwork be about the thrill of it flowing through you, not about what happens afterward. And when you are really exhilarated about the thrill of it flowing through you, your masterpieces will be such that they will be so highly regarded, they won't be under big demand because most of the world won't be able to afford them.